Hey, 80s baby. Ooh. What's up, girl? Uh-uh. No. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to do something. Okay. Yeah, you see when I just logged out on, it clicked off again. I'm having issues with my Twitch and my computer got a shortage in it. And I cannot go live on my phone at all. I could go on Twitch on my phone and look at other accounts, but I cannot go live at all on my Twitch. And my son told me to take it off my phone and download it again. But I can't do that because I know the iPhone is everything, but I owe Apple Music. Not Apple Music. It say I owe iPhone or I don't understand how you owe these people money. So I can't download nothing because every time I turn around, they keep trying to charge me for $12, $2, $3, $4. And I'm like, I told my son, and it tells me I can't download nothing until I put in a working debit card. I said I like iPhone, but I don't because I don't understand where all these payments come from, and you can't download shit unless you pay them or you got a monthly bill. My son said it got to be some type of monthly bills or service. I said I don't have nothing, and every time I turn around, I'm always getting a $2.99 was declined for Apple or $2.99. It's all related to Amazon, and I'm like, not Amazon. I meant the iPhone, and I was like, I don't like the iPhone because basically, if you don't pay them, you can't download nothing, and I really don't know how that works. Hey, Miss Susie. So I can't take it off. I can't take the app off my iPhone and reload it because they come I owe them. And I'm talking about what I owe y'all. Storage would I just don't know. I love the iPhone, but that whole payment situation and can't download stuff to my you owe them money and I child. See, that's why I'm an Android king because iPhone not. Yeah, they do. I told myself they do too much because I'm not keep paying all these different monthly things to them. But if I don't pay, I can't download nothing. You can't download nothing. So that's why I don't want to take the Twitch app off because I have to go ahead and pay all the little Apple fees that they want me to pay, and I don't even know why I'm paying them. And my computer acting stupid. I told you about my computer the other day. And I had it since 2018. Her screen keep going black. My son said it could be the cord, but I think I need a new desktop. How many years is that? 2018 to 2025 desktop. She working good. You find out when your cat yeah expired. Yeah, so I'm just like, so I can't take the Twitch off and re-download it until I pay all the little Apple fees. And I don't know if I want to pay all those Apple fees to see because my son said my Twitch it working on the lap on a desktop, but it's not working on my phone. Every time I try to go on my phone, it just cut off. It's cut off. It's cut off. In stream. In stream. But okay, yeah, that's 7 years. So this desktop got 7 years in, and now I'm having issue with my desktop when my screen be going black. You can see the mouse cursor, but the screen keep going black, and that's what's happening yesterday. And I'm just like, I might gotta get another desktop. I got this from Walmart, and this is an HP. So I don't know what's going on with her, but this is the first time she ever really acted up like that. She started last week when I was trying to print out orders. The screen was just black. I couldn't do nothing. Um, what's up, Soul Squad? What's up? What's up? I don't know if my sister's on here. She at home in the bed. Um, Happy belated birthday to her. Guess it was her birthday, but like me, I'm celebrating all along. It said Alexa is jealous. I don't know what she is, but hopefully she go good tonight. Right now, my son had to wiggle with the he had to wiggle with the cord on his laptop to get the screen to come on. So I'm having to wiggle with it tonight too. I don't know, but welcome to On the Couch with Sasso Squad. Alright, before we get started with On the Couch, you know we gotta do. Let's go, because I know I didn't say it this morning, and none of you guys probably haven't said it. I don't know. I ain't in your household. I don't know what you do, but let's do it together. I like to thank God for waking us up to spend another day with our family and friends, because that alarm clock didn't wake you up. He did. Can I get an amen? Amen. 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 Hey, badass babe. What's that? Badass babe. Yes. So, y'all, what is going on? What is going on? Now, it's been some busy and troubling times in America. It's a lot of crazy stuff that's been happening. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. It's not the point of conversation, but I told you in the segments on the couch, too much going on. There's some stuff going on out on here. We're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna tell you again. At the end of the day, I am not a paid professional. Nobody. I'm not licensed. I ain't been to school for shit. Okay, everything I talk about is my opinion and my life experiences. Okay. And just like that, we all got opinions. We all got life experiences. We've been here on this earth and we still here waking up every day. God got a reason for you. But there's some shit going on. And some things that we want to avoid, we can't avoid. We need to talk about some stuff, get shit off our shoulder, get shit off our chest, and just talk about it and vent. So that's why we have these open segments. And we talk about a little bit of different things before we get on to what On the Couch is all about today. So it's a lot of stuff going on in the world, y'all. And it's controversy in my house, but it's not controversy in my house. And when I say it's controversy in my house, let's hit the political world real quick. I don't know if this is part of political world or what, but y'all know the young man who was assassinated during a rally. Let me get his name. If somebody put his name up there again. I don't watch the news. I don't partake because of all this type of mess like this that happens. It's just a sad place yesterday. Okay, Charlie Kirk. I have no idea who Charlie Kirk is. Never heard of Charlie Kirk before or prior to his assassination. What I want to say, my condolences go out to his family and everything like that, and hope you guys be able to get through whatever it is that you got to get through to get you through this tragic event that occurred within your family. Now, from mixed people and mixed conversations and hearing different things, even within my house, people's like, I know I don't want to see nobody ever get hurt. I don't want anybody ever be unalive the way that happened. But at the end of the day, from what I'm hearing, because I don't know of him, I'm hearing that he was a racist and this, that, and the other, that he didn't have good things to say about people. And my sons was reading over his history and who he was. And then they out say, well, I'm a bit sorry. I said, what you mean? You got to have these type of conversations in your household, and you got to keep shit real. Some people's not going to feel sorry for the lifestyle that he led, the speeches that he said out his mouth, and the things that he believed in. We all don't believe in the same thing, but some people's shit is just harsher than other people's shit. Some people's shit don't make sense more than other people's shit don't make sense. So from what I was gathering and all the information that my sons was reading and stuff, they was like, the way he was living his life and the heat and the hate that he was spreading, eventually that probably would have happened to him. And I was like, wow. And like I said, is to say, he reaped what you sowed. Yeah, and that's exactly what my son would say. He reaped what he sowed, because at the end of the day, when you out here doing the things that you're doing and putting that at the front page of who you are, and even though we say that everybody could agree to disagree, there are some people out here who who hit home, who stuff that you say and stuff that you do that will really hit them so hard, so personally that they feel like, he can't be saying that, And some stuff, everybody mental health is not good. Pure hatred, yeah. And when you out here delivering pure hatred, it don't hit everybody the same way. Some people will like, say what some people will be like against what you're saying. But they'll be against what you're saying, giving speeches and rallies and giving their opinion. Then you got those people who will be against what you're saying because sometimes everybody's mental health is not right. Well, that okay, I don't like this. I'm going to take this person out because of what they're saying. So, like I said, my condolences go out to his family. I do understand what everybody was saying that like Susie said, he was pure hatred, that he was racist and he was this, he was that. I just don't feel like another person to take another person's life. I just feel like there's so many different ways that scenarios and shit could be accomplished without anyone losing their life. So it was sad. Even though he was the person that he was, I believe he had kids. I believe he had a family. And even though he didn't take all that stuff in consideration when he decided to be or believe in the things that he believed in, and he decided to be out here doing pure hatred, it should have been on him to recognize that you do have a family, and he should have been protecting his family, because something happened to you that's gonna, it's gonna happen to your family. So at the end of the day, and the shooter was fed up, and that's what happens. People get fed up, and even though we disagree, I'm that type of person, and I wouldn't agree with nothing that this man was all about. But I'm not the type of person going to pick up arms and go take a person and unalive a person. It take a hell of a person who mental, it just may be a little bit off, or who may just be a little bit fed up and acting out of action before they think about the repercussions of what they just did, and they think about it later. There's a lot of people like that. I'm not one of those persons. And like, even when I'm not a fan of the clown, but even when the clown had an attempt on his life during the election, I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Damn, they tried to take that man out. I didn't agree with that. Of course, I don't like what he's standing for, his politic views, him as a person, and the things that he out here doing and implementing. But at the end of the day, I am still the type of person, I just believe resolution could come different than unaliving somebody. That's all. And there are so many different scenarios out here, so many different conspiracy out here thinking that Trump may have been behind it, this, that, and the other. Everybody gonna have what they think and think what they're gonna say, what they think and stuff like that. At the end of the day, I thought it was sad. It was shocking. I saw the video. I don't know if I ever actually seen a live assassination before. But yeah, it's a whole lot. And the bullet magically missed him. Yeah, so it's a whole lot. I don't want to stay on it too long, but like I said, this is what's happening. When things happen in the news, I have to stop being afraid to talk about it. Because sometimes I be afraid to talk about stuff because, my channel, I don't want to disappoint people. I don't want people to feel a type of way because I may believe this, believe that. But one thing I do believe in, with everything in my bones, is that I believe there can always be a different resolution than unaliving a person for any reason. And that's the part that I felt that is sad, and my condolences go out to his family. Yeah, so if anyone get upset because I'm giving my condolences, that's the human in me. You know what I'm saying? That's the person I am. So I have to do that. I just feel like it was sad. A sad situation. He didn't care about black people dying at all. I heard about that, Jay. Yeah. Yeah, personally, life without guidance, without Jesus' guidance is crazy. Yes. Susie said, and the mega people were blaming Democrats for shooting, but it was one of mega. Yes. No, I ain't hear about that 80s baby. 80s baby wanna know, did we hear about the guy in Dallas who got his head cut off? No, I didn't hear about that. That's why I say it's a lot. It's a lot going on right now. And that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to say vigilance when it comes to the news right now. I really didn't want to you know, watch too much of the news because it's sad, you know. But right now, with the person that we have in office, we all got to be abrupt to the news. We all got to see what's going on out here because everything nowadays is just affecting everybody in every type of way. So we just gotta like, even though we don't like the news and we don't like seeing the news, and every time you turn on, there's always some sad shit. Right now, that's the world that we living in. And I hate to say it. I hate for it to be like that. That is the world that we living in right now. So we all need to just, hey, Mo Thomas. Yeah, everybody got a view of shit. Yeah. Yes. I was trying to see how I could make you a mom. You know what? Let me write your thing down because one day, 80s baby, when I was in my thing, I was trying to. I could look up like my subscribers and I could make them Mars and stuff. And one day I was in my dashboard and I put your name in. I got a whole lot of 80s babies that came up. And I was like, she got some numbers or something behind her 80s baby. I'm about to write down your tag name. So when I get a chance, because you know you a good follower, girl. You my girl. 1983. That's what it is. 80 baby. 80s baby. And that way I'll know, because I was like, I don't know which one is her. Because I'm slow. What's up, Ty? Hey, Ty, baby. Yes, because I'm slow. Okay, so that's what's going on in the political world. You know, we all seen it. Everybody heard about it. That's what's going on in the political world. In the world of entertainment, we ain't talking about Cardi today. I got a question I want to put out there to you guys that's been all over the internet this week, all in the tea rooms, impressive rooms, TikTok. I even saw it this morning when Brandon was scrolling through reels. And in the world of entertainment, it is not about Cardi today. It's about our girl Ciara and Russell Wilson. I wanna pitch a scenario, and I want you guys to tell me what you think. Yeah, they said the pregnancy thing is a scam, but we're not talking about Cardi today. We're talking about Ciara Wilson and her husband Russell Wilson. Okay, so this week in social media world, the streets have been talking, they've been buzzing, they've been calling out Ciara, they've been calling out Russell, they've been calling out Future. Apparently, Ciara want to split her baby's name, a two-part name. She wants to call the baby Future, whatever Future last name is. I don't know what Future last name is. / Wilson. People are in an uproar. First of all, people, this is not your child. I need y'all to sit down and sit down and take a back seat real quick. Okay, sit down, take a back seat real quick. But as a father, Future is upset. He felt like Russell Williams is coming for him. He felt like they trying to downplay his role in his child's life. You know, a male carrying on his father's last name is a lineage. Somebody say it for it. I mess up. I always mess that word up. You know, males look for this. Look for female. Look for their males to carry on their last name. That would be their legacy, their lineage, or whatever you know it. I ain't gonna say it no more. Y'all might make fun of me. So he feels some type of way. But everybody's saying that Russell Williams deserved to have that split name with Baby Future because he been there from day one. as far as like being a great stepdad to him, a great role model to him, along with his father. They're not trying to take away his name. They basically just trying to add. It's like when somebody get married, they keep their name Tanya Waller Wilson. They just trying to add it to the baby's already last name. But Ciara filed these paperwork way back when. She did the paperwork to get this done a long years ago. But I guess she just decided to make it happen. Yes, and like somebody said, I don't believe getting the baby the father's last name unless they married. We gonna come with that too. That's yeah, you know, Russell's gonna tell Ciara, you trying to say Russell is an imp. Ciara can control him. But what do you guys think? Do y'all think that's a disrespect to Future? Or do y'all think that because Ciara do have 3 other kids and they last name Russell, and what a lot of people are saying too, the baby want to be cohesive. He's in the house with his brothers, his sisters, his mom, and his stepdad, but he's the only one whose name is different. So they try. A lot of people say it's like building on a blended family and trying to be cohesive to make the baby, to make sure that he know that he's a part of this dynamic, that he's a part of this group. And so your name is Russell too, and I can kind of understand that. So how do y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel that it's a good thing that they wanna do a 2-part to the name, or should it just be Future last name on its own, or should it be, Future, whatever Future last name is, and last name Russell? Should it be a split name? I'm kind of, as a mother, I don't oh Lord, I'm going to say, I'm kind of okay with it. Yeah, that's you said. You don't see them wrong. Because I'm thinking in my head, I'm kind of okay with it. Because that child will know where he's coming from. He knows that he has a father. I don't know if his father acted in his life or not. But he knows that he's coming from 2 different backgrounds. And he has supporting stepdad who's there for him, that would do anything for him, that loves and support him that much that he's willing to give him his last name. Now, it's not like he's adopting him. Now, if he was adopting him, whoa, step back. We don't need you to adopt him. He has a father. But, he's not adopting him. He's just agreeing to share his last name with him because he had love for that child, and they recognize that that child could feel a little bit on the outs when all his other siblings is carrying the same last name, and his last name is different. Even though he knows that he have a different dad, but they're all in one household together. And I think it's more, one thing when we're raising kids, we got to be in tune to their feelings. We got to be in tune on, how they feel about certain things. Everything. I know the adults make the decisions in the household, but the open line of communication when you sit your children down and you talk to them and you want to get to, how the root of how they feel, and if it's something that you could make work for them that works good for the whole family, I don't see a problem with it. A lot of people, and I'm going to say there's a lot of black men are outraged about the situation. They don't feel, they say that they feel like that's Russell coming in and is taking something that doesn't belong to him. But he's not coming to take something that belongs to him. He fell in love with a woman that already had a child. And no woman do not want to be with no man who don't accept their offspring. Okay? So he made a critical decision. If I'm going to be with Ciara, I'm going to love and accept her child. You know what I'm saying? And and that's what he did. And so I'm just like, and in the future, Ciara called in the past, Ciara had called Future out about, not showing up, not being there. And they had incidents like that in the past. I don't know if he has gotten better being a co-parent. I don't know. I'm not in a household. I haven't heard anything in the streets. This is the latest thing I've heard about them in a long, long time. Because Ciara out here living her best married life, okay? That's what she's doing. And in my personal opinion, I think it's okay. Comment below in the comments. I know this is pre-recorded. It's going to be a live premiere, so you can still talk about it in the chat. But my personal opinion, I feel like it's okay. I feel like it's not taking anything away from the dad. He know who he is. He know who he is to his son. And again, you're this is when you're doing blended family. You're making that child feel special in his blended family when he can stand and say his name and say, I am part of two families. There are two people that loves me, take care of me, and shows responsibility for me. That make that child feel special and whole, and don't make that child feel obsolete or on the outside. I think Future need to see it like that. I think the other black men who's upset about it on these reels and stuff need to see it like that. They're not trying to take away from what you had. If anything, he's adding on. He's adding on to something and to someone that he love and that he respect and that he believe in. So to the other black men out here who's upset, just take take perspective, and look at it in a bigger picture. You're in a blended family, and it has to work for everybody. So yeah, that I feel like it's okay. That's my personal opinion. Okay, so Ty said Future doesn't need any extra support or what he has with his son. If he's offended, he has the right to be. Sierra is being a little extra. Well, that is, and that's your opinion too. And he might not need the extra support. But what about the times when, if maybe he can't make it somewhere and a little boy has some type of father-son situation, or it's I think all the way around, I think everybody needs support. He has to, because remember, he's in a blended family now. You should want, as a man, literally as a man, you should want to know that your son is in a household around another man that cares for him, that's treating him decent, and that's doing the best for him, for someone who is not your blood. So when you're in a blended family like that, you should want all that extra support. Remember, a long time ago, they say it takes a village to raise children, and being a mother of 6, it does. It took a village. I had deadbeat dads, but I had my mama, I had my auntie, and I had my sister who helped me with all of my sons. And so it does. I know what you're saying. You're a man, and I get that tie, but I don't believe you have kids. And as a person, and I don't say if you don't have kids, your opinion doesn't stand, but when you do get to have kids, and say if you get separated and you're not with that baby's mother, you want to know that there is someone, and she gonna move on with her life, that person that she picked to be part of her life, that he can be there for your child when you can't. He can pick up the pieces and be there for that child when you can't. It's all about everybody, like saying, co-parenting and supporting each other that make that child feel like he's in a good environment. That he's in a good environment. So I don't feel I look. That's your opinion, but I personally, I feel like you won't know until you get kids yourself. But that's an interesting comment, and I like that. Like I said, we all about everybody's opinion and talk about each other comments. But that's a good comment, Ty. That's what I said, because his name is different. And yeah, and plus her husband takes care. Yes, that's what I said too. This thing is in the way. I can't read all the messages. When I set this cursor to certain places, covered up stuff. Why is covering up that? Okay, let me hold it over here. Hell, I gave no 80 baby said, hell, I gave my daughter her dad's name, and she do not want that man name, and said she wanted change. See, it depends on the relationship that the child has with the because kids grow up. One thing I have always been, and it took me a long time to learn, and I have done this, as I got older, I said, damn, I shouldn't have done this. But everybody, relationship is different with their parents and children and stuff, and mother, because mothers, a lot of mothers has done this, and I had got out the people that I know personally say, don't do that. Is that when you bash the dad in front of the child's eyes, or dash the mom in front of the child's eyes, you take away that innocence, or what they believe within that parent. Because as a child get older, trust me, if the parent is not doing the right thing, that child will develop its own opinion about that child, about that parent. But if we start off when our babies are young and they hearing all that negative energy, the parent to bring against parent, against other, against parent, against parent, and a child get caught in between, that's not good. So at the end of the day, I had to tell a lot of people, because I did it. I am not no saint. I done said some rough and bad shit about my kids' father in front of them when they were younger. But as I got older and I matured more, I understood that I was building a fence in my kids' eyes against their father before I allowed them to build their own fence where they could realize who he was as a person. As a child get older, they're gonna recognize who their parent is as a person. Then they would then make the sound decision on whether or not they want them to be part of their life, they want to have anything to do with them, and stuff like that. Ty said I might be confused about the situation. He's about 5 or 7, I think. 80, baby. You got to look it up. He's in between 5 and 7. But at the end of the day, you know, that's what's going on in Hollywood Street. That's what social media is all talking about. Is Sierra doing the right thing by adding Russell Wilson's name to her baby's last name? She's not trying to take away the father's last name, but she just want a split name. And in my opinion, I say go for it. Okay. What's the number to call? Oh, y'all want to call my number? All right, let me get y'all the number. I be with Susie. I be forgetting the number. Let me give it to you. It's 1-4. Oh, I could type it, can I could type it in here. Oh, it's just that's not like YouTube. Oh, not yet. You want to save it? Okay. I'm going to put it in here, though. And this is a pre-recorded video, Soul Squad members that's on the vlog channel. And unfortunately, the phone line is currently closed. If you would like to participate in the phone line, in calling, you have to go over to Twitch, download the Twitch, become a Twitch member, and follow us so you get in on all these open live conversations. But here's the number. Hey, y'all, how that sound? Did that sound good? I try to sound like a commercial. How that sound, y'all? Oh, that's the number right there. If y'all want to save it. Did that sound good? Because I'll be like, oh, let me. Thank you. Okay, so we're still gonna stay in the social media lane real quick. That's just that was all about them celebrities and what they out here doing. Remember, there are people too. They have lives like we have lives. Just that they stuff is over. They stuff is spilled over to social media because of who they are. Now your shit can spill over to social media too because of who you are. Because you could be a toxic person, or you know, to put your stuff out there, put people on blast. But a lot of us tend to do that. Don't tend to do that. But their stuff is always out because of who they are and their profession that they choose to do in life. Okay. Whew. I gotta breathe on this one, y'all. Gotta breathe on this one. Really, 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 really quick. Hmm. I'm gonna breathe on this one really quick. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask y'all opinion about some stuff because there's a lot of false details out here. A lot of everybody running to on YouTube giving their opinion again because everybody got one. Young lady by the name of Romika Meeks. Her name is Romika Meeks. I want to mess her name up because I know I mess up everybody's name. The young mother who was killed in Chicago on Monday outside her son's school. I know everybody has seen it. Everybody done read about it. It's a whole lot of controversy in the air about it. A lot of this misinformation that's out there. First of all, someone went and made a um, GoFundMe in this young lady's name, but the family came and told everybody there's no GoFundMe, that they didn't do a GoFundMe, that it's a fake page, they don't need a GoFundMe. Okay, Susie, this happened right in Chicago on Monday. What is the South Loop? What's the South Loop? In Chicago at the South Loop? I don't know. That's the area at the school. So let me just break it down from what I got from this, and I want to ask you guys' opinion on who should be charged. And okay, what I got from this situation that happened on Monday is such a sad. I was in my feelings. I was upset. I shed a tear. A lot of people, a lot of worlds are now broken. Okay, this is what I'm getting. The young mother, Miss Meeks, she has a 5-year old son that she shares with her ex. Her ex is currently in a new relationship. Okay, her and her ex is broke up. They're co-parenting, but it's been a toxic co-parenting. They have not been getting along. Allegedly, the ex has been stalking her and stuff like that. She put a restraining order out on him. He ended up having a new girlfriend, gets her pregnant, and they live in Milwaukee. I don't know how far away Milwaukee is from Chicago. Set that in your mind real quick. They live in Milwaukee. The young lady who got killed live in Chicago. On Monday, per usual, this young lady took her son to school. Prior to taking her son to school, she did a Facebook post. It seems that she's one of those great moms that when her child go to school, she put love letters in his lunchbox. So apparently, on her Facebook that Monday morning before taking her child to school, she read the love letter, a love letter of support and letting her son know that you got this and things like that. You know, good inspirational things that she put in her son's lunchbox, saying love money, mommy, not knowing that'll be the last letter that he will get from her. So after she took her little boy to school, took him into school, as she was coming out to school, I'm gonna use the word ambush, and I say ambush because they sat there and they watched her take her son into school, so they knew whatever it is they wanted to do, they did not want to do in front of the child. So they lurked and they sat and they watched her go into that school, take her baby. As she came out the school, that's when they approached her. I don't know what words was said. An argument started. The father apparently put the ex-girlfriend a headlock, and then when he put her in the headlock, apparently the new girlfriend went to the car, got a gun, shot this young lady in the face and in the I think they said the thigh. They shot her 2 or 3 times. Now this young lady stays at the school. This was all of, again, another shooting that's all over social media. You see the ladies, you see the young girl's body in the street. You see the blood everywhere. You see the baby daddy. He just walking around like he don't know what just happened, what they came up there to do. I feel like personally, from the stories and the information that we're getting, that I feel like this was a premeditated situation. I don't know if over the weekend they had words, somebody got in their feelings, they had an argument, whatever happened, the other two decided to drive from Milwaukee, stand outside his son's school, wait till she take her baby into school, come out, then they approach her. Her and the girl get to arguing. The daddy put her in the headlock. Then the new girlfriend go get the gun, shoot this woman in the face and in her torso or leg area, and said she was a fear her life and she was protecting herself. And I'm licensed. I'm licensed. I could carry a gun. And there, all the witnesses out there said that was not a fear for your life situation. And because you licensed, that don't give you permission to go get a gun and kill someone. Go get a gun and kill someone. And from what I'm hearing, this is the most craziest thing part right here. They saying the girl may or may not, or allegedly, she's out. They've been released. No charges as of yet. Why? There are witnesses. Y'all came up to this girl's school, up to this girl's son's school. Y'all sit and lurked and waited on her to come out. Then y'all got out the car. An argument started, and this young lady is dead. And the boy ex-boyfriend held her in a headlock while the new girlfriend shot her. How is there's no charges against him or her? Because she was licensed to carry. That don't mean you're licensed to carry, you're licensed to kill. I feel like her life was not in danger. Whose life was in danger is the young lady that is dead, who left behind a 5-year-old son. Now the daddy, that was your child too. The new girlfriend also has a baby by you. Either way, if both of y'all go to jail, you got 2 babies without any parents because co-parenting was toxic. And it was all allegedly the daddy, because you were still stalking, allegedly, he was still stalking the mother of his first child, the one that they assassinated, the one that they killed, the one that they plotted, premeditated. Because you knew that your new baby mother had a gun, and you knew she had that gun on her when y'all went up and drove up to Chicago from Milwaukee. This should be an open and shut case, but it's all over the place, and it's not. And the baby mama, the first baby mother, the one that they killed, she had a restraining order. If not anything, you're in violation of the restraining order that was out on you. Now, I done had a couple of restraining orders put out on somebody before, my ex, may he rest in peace, and they usually be 100 feet apart. So you was in violation of the restraining order. You brought that girl up there because you knew they didn't get along. You knew they were going to argue. You knew the temper of your second baby's mother. And you knew that that second baby mother had that gun with her when she came. I don't care how you put it. I don't care what. I truly believe that this was premeditated. This was not no line of self-defense that the other girl trying to call. They literally sat, watched, and waited and ambushed this girl. If this lady don't get no justice, Chicago, y'all need to come out and protest. I'm telling y'all. Everybody on here who's from Chicago, look it up. I don't know what the South Loop is of Chicago. Y'all know that. If this young lady do not get any justice, Chicago, y'all need to come up and protest. Y'all need to go. They said all the evidence was presented to the DA. So far, no charges has been brought. Because this girl is hollering, she was in fear of her life. And then she have a license to carry. A license to carry do not give you a license to kill. That situation, if you was in fear of your life, you put yourself in that fear. You put yourself in that fear because you went somewhere where you were not supposed to be, where your boyfriend was not supposed to be. This young lady had a restraining order on her ex. Why was y'all there? Y'all sat there, and this was sinister. Y'all sat there and waited for this young lady to come out that school from taking her baby to school, and y'all approached her with drama. If anything, she was in fear of her life. 2 against 1, and one of them got a restraining order against it. Not supposed to be 100 feet near her. The law, we got to make this, the law, y'all, the Chicago law, y'all got to make this make sense. This whole shit is dumbfounded. This should be an open and shut case. What the fuck is going on? I hope her people stand behind her. I hope that they get justice for her. I hope the baby daddy and the girlfriend, I don't care if she do have a child, she knew she, and then her child was in a car seat. Yes, the new baby mama, her child was with her. They had the baby in a car seat. She threw the gun back in the car after she shot and killed this young lady. All the witnesses there telling the police officer, get her. She the one who shot her. She threw the gun in the car. She the one that did the shooting. And all she kept saying to me, I'm licensed to carry. I'm licensed to carry. I'm licensed to carry. That's all she had to say. I am so upset about this bullshit. I am really upset about this. Really, that young lady should still be here writing those letters to her son, positive affirmations to her son in that lunchbox today. She should still be here doing this. I'm telling y'all, people in Chicago, if this young lady do not get justice, y'all need to stand up. Y'all need to stand up because the justice system, this is sad. Yes, I hope her family got supporters and people to back her because I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that the other young lady has a baby too. But she need to go to jail. And I ain't talking about no 5 or 10 years. I feel like, honestly, the way this whole thing played out, bro, man need life. Sister, new baby mom, they need life in jail. I'm sorry. The way this played out, they need life in jail. I'm sorry. That's how I felt. And I could not be on the jury because I'm going in there already. Oh, they guilty. They guilty. Because at the end of the day, I just said this, what I said about that other man who was a hate person. And I don't know their situation. Every situation could have a resolution without nobody unaliving another person. Things are not that bad with that you have to unalive another person, that especially in this co-parenting situation, that y'all couldn't get it together. What it was and what it is, a lot allegedly, jealousy played a part on either the new girlfriend, because the baby daddy, she had to put a restraining order on him because she got stuff on Facebook. I don't know her Facebook page about him taunting her, him showing up at her job, being places where she at. That's why she had to put a restraining order on him. Because at the end of the day, he didn't want her to go on with her life. He still wanted her. But yet you got another lady and you got her pregnant, but she's seeing that you still want your baby mother. So that's fucking with her head. And he probably talked you into, oh, you got a license. Yes, I'm telling you, this whole situation, this whole thing is terrible. It is sad. And sometimes women, we can let men manipulate us so bad. I hate to say that, and I'm going to say this so motherfuckers get pissed. Y'all get mad. We got a lot of weak-minded women in this world where they look at men and they let these men be their guiding light. I was there for a minute. I was one of those weak-minded women when I was in an abusive relationship, and I kept forgiving and I kept thinking it was going to get better until I realized that I was much more than that. But we do. It's a lot of women out here that are manipulated by men. Men know to say just the right stuff to get them to believe in them and to tell them what to do and how to run their life. We have to stop being weak for men. I wouldn't care fuck if he was kissing my ass, licking my bottom of my feet, give me everything they could give me in the world. You have to stand your ground and know your worth. I was there. I'm not just saying that every woman out here is weak. I was part of that weak category. I'm putting myself out there. I'm telling my truth. You guys know my story. So if I was part of it. So I know how easily manipulation can be when you're in love with someone who's not fully loving you. I know that. We need to get this shit together, because now at the end of the day, you did some terrible, and as a mother who has a child sitting in a back seat in a car seat, you killed another mother. You took a mother away from a child who needed her. And now there is, because we need justice, not a possibility. You have to go to jail for what you did. And now you're taking another mother, yourself, away from your child. We got to make all this shit make sense. We got to stop it. And I keep preaching every now and then when I get a little bit horny. I'll be like, damn, I want a man. I want to be in a relationship. No, I don't. I don't. I love my peace. I just didn't need a hitter with a quitter. See you later, baby. Type of nigga in my life right now. Because looking at these news, I ain't trying to be on the, I don't. Ugh. So I was fell from the okay dokey pokey with the man, but my pride wouldn't let me be weak for no nick. Thank you, coffee. Yes. Because I sit back and I'm telling the honest truth. The news make me scared to be in a relationship. Sometimes even make you scared to get a quick one. Because if you get a quick one and you put it on them real good, they may get obsessed. So I might as well just stay out. I might as well just stay single because they're going to get obsessed. I might as well just stay single. What the fuck? So y'all. So, in the comments, give your opinion of this situation. And do you think both parties deserve to go to jail? The ex and the new girlfriend. Even though the ex didn't pull the trigger, and I think he didn't pull the trigger for the reason. I truly believe he wanted her gone because he couldn't have her. That's allegedly. That's my opinion. I don't know his truth. But I feel that in my heart. So he set his other baby mother up. He set those women against each other. And he set that other baby mother up to do his dirty deed. I truly believe both parties need to go to jail. They need to face justice. They need to go to jail. This young lady needs justice. Right outside her son's school. That baby, other kids, other parents, in front of people. What the fuck? My heart breaks. He most definitely need to be in jail with her. My heart breaks. I hope they family, they ain't do a GoFundMe. They say they don't need a GoFundMe. They say the GoFundMe that's out there, it's not them. They're not reaching out for handout for this young lady's funeral. So they said, please don't give any money to any GoFundMes because that is not them. But I wish they have to stay on that district attorney ass. I don't know if they need a lawyer to push their case. If anything, I wish they do a GoFundMe where they could get an attorney or whatever they need to get this case pushed. Because this case needs to be pushed. People, it happened so fast, everybody said, and ain't nobody expect a gun to get pulled out. People was taking their kids into school. Parents was coming out the school and dropping their kids off. They saw the argument. They said the argument happened so fast that they said you just heard the gunshot. You know, so, whew, y'all, hey Taylor. So comment below. Do you guys believe that this was an ambush or setup? You guys believe that the ex-boyfriend wanted the his first baby mother out of the way because he couldn't have her. And also comment, do you believe both parties should face the justice system on this heinous act that they committed? Because I truly believe that both parties deserve to go to jail. I truly believe it was an ambush, and I truly believe that the ex set the woman's up against played them against each other. So yes, whew, that was a lot to impact. Okay, on today's story, um, there's so much going on. I got something else that, but I want to get about the set. This has been a lot going on lately. This week alone, it's just been so much going on, and it's just a whole lot. This is one of the reasons why I do not watch the news. Now, my one of my Soul Squad members said they wanted to talk about on the couch as let's move on to our on the couch subject because this is still a segment. I wanted y'all personal opinion on this situation because that was just a segment. We really ain't got to the on the couch subject or topic for the day. One of my on Soul Squad members said, let's talk about good Samaritans. Why aren't there any? Why aren't there any good Samaritans anymore? Let me give you a story. It's hard to be a good Samaritan because these days when you're being a good Samaritan, you're jumping into other people's business, you end up hurt or unalive. And that's why people are scared to jump in. As far as to me as a good Samaritan would be if you see something, say something, meaning that call the cops, call the police, something look fishy. He out here hitting this girl out here hitting him. She doing something to her children, this, that, and the other. Because I saw another tragedy. This lady had 6. I saw on TikTok. I just saw this yesterday on TikTok. This lady had 6 beautiful children. 6 beautiful children. Her best friend caught up in domestic violence. That revolving door going back and forth to her boyfriend. Her friend tried to help her get away from him, leave him. First thing he did, he beat both of them with a hammer. He beat both of them with a hammer till they both almost died. Neither one of them died. They recovered. They still was looking for him. While he's on the run, the best girlfriend gets out the hospital. This man go and take her, kidnap her out her house, force her in the car, and shot her in the head. And they still looking for him because she intervened, getting her girlfriend away from an abusive man. So now her 6 babies are left with no mother because she tried to be a good Samaritan and help her girlfriend. Her girlfriend survived the hammer attack. She survived the hammer attack. For this man to come to her house, kidnapped her at gunpoint out her house, put her in a car and shoot her in the head. Took her away from her 6 babies, blaming her for the reason his girlfriend leaving him. Motherfucker! She leaving you because she's tired of being banged in the head by you. She's tired of you abusing her. She's tired of you making her feel less than what she is. She needed help. Someone helped her. So you retaliate by killing a person who loved her, a person who showed her love, a person who would be there for her. All the things that you couldn't do or you wouldn't do. So you decided to take that person from her 6 kids. Her 6 kids. This girl has 6 babies that no longer have a mother because she was being a good Samaritan. Whew. Now they still, as of yesterday, they still can't find them. I saw it on TikTok. Unless they done found him, yeah, somebody helping him. Most definitely somebody's helping him. He needs to be caught. That's what I say. It's so much going on here. It is so hard to be a good Samaritan. It ain't, like in the early days, you see a man and woman fighting back in the early 70s or something like that. You could walk up and you could defend that woman and help that woman and probably get in a scuffle, but ain't nobody pulling out nothing, shanking you or cutting you or stabbing you or shooting you. The days of Good Samaritan, and it is so sad, is gone. You're a good Samaritan by just calling the police and making them aware of the situation. It's too hard and too tough, and you have your own life to live to jump into other people's shit. I am so sorry to say this, and it sounds sad. It sounds sad that in today's world, in the year 2025, we can't be there for each other because the person that you're trying to be there with, the person who's trying to hurt them or do something against them, they will retaliate and hurt you for trying to help that person. Okay, let's read some stuff by White Chocolate Amazing. And so in the vlog channel, you know her as Chels, but on here she's known as White Chocolate Amazing. My oldest brother was stabbed a half an inch from his heart, stepping into a situation that he had nothing to do with. I'm not helping nobody that's not my family, so not sorry. And it's crazy that you have to be that way. And it's crazy in today's society. You have to protect yourself first. And the closest I get to being a good Samaritan these days is that I might pull out the camera from a distance, and while I'm pulling out the camera, I'm calling the police. Just to have evidence to show the police, hey, yeah, this is what he did to her. This one for evidence. Y'all can take it off my phone. Who y'all want me to send it to, whatever. I'm not jumping in nobody's shit. Now, this where things get twisted for me. I don't even know if I'm a jumper in people, but if you have that type of heart, if it's a child, I see something going crazy with a child. To me, that runs different in my soul. That runs different in my soul. If I see somebody trying to do something to a child, trying to snatch a child, and a child yelling and screaming, help me, or somebody picking on it, that runs different in my soul. I truly believe that I'm at risk at that point, being a good Samaritan. Because the first thing I'm seeing is a child. So I do run a risk factor at that point. Yes, I most definitely run a risk factor at that point, endangering myself to save a child, because that's the human in me, that's the mother in me, that's the person who I am in me when it comes to a little person. Okay, 80s baby. We got another story. My uncle was on probation and did 10 years because he protected a woman's child, and she didn't even show up to court to testify to help him. Oh, Lord, for real. Whew. That says a lot about her character. But in your uncle's heart, he did what he had to do. He did what he had to do, excuse me. And that's fucked up. But that makes him a good person at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard. That says a lot about her character. And people like that, and this is one thing I would say. I always want to never say that people won't have good luck, people won't have this, whatever. I don't say stuff like that. But that says a lot about your character. That says a lot. You should have been there, shown up, and said, hey, he helped my child. Because maybe if he didn't jump in, whatever was going on with that child, it could have been worse. Maybe she would have lost her child, or maybe somebody would have did whatever they was doing to that child, and he stopped it. She should have been there. She should have been there, the first person there to defend him against whatever happened, because he did what he did to protect my child. Your uncle probably had more respect for her while he had to serve those 10 years, knowing that she appreciated that he put himself on the line to save her child from whatever situation that it was. he would have took those 10 years like a soldier. Because at the end of the day, he already know she can't control the justice system. But at least she would have been there to back up whatever story he had to tell on what he did to protect that child. She supposed to have been his first. She supposed to have been his first person. And that's sad. I gotta drink some water. So to answer my Soul Squad person who sent me this, what happened to Good Samaritans? There are still Good Samaritans out here. It depends on the situation. And you could be a Good Samaritan without physically putting yourself in bodily harm or putting yourself in a situation. You can always, so you see something, you say something, you call 911. I'm a police caller. Even though I believe some of our policemen are not right, but there are some who are, and I just believe in calling the police. I am. My family would tell you, I will call the police on your ass. I don't care and worry about the situation afterwards because that's what I do. Mm. mm. Oh, a lady on the train got stabbed. No, I ain't call you, baby. I'm gonna make up some breakfast when I get off this on the couch because I'm and more I drink my water, the more my stomach is growling. And I know it's like we haven't eaten breakfast yet, and it's 3:30. I don't know what I'm gonna fix for breakfast yet. But yeah, so I don't remember that. Oh, that Ukrainian lady. Yes, that's what she wanted me to talk about. She also she was the one that told me about being a Good Samaritan, and she wanted me to talk about this young lady on the train. So I told her I didn't have no information on it, and she sent it to me. I almost forgot about them. Yeah, so apparently some lady was on a train, and she got stabbed, and no one helped her. A Ukrainian lady. Yes, that is so sad, but. And I feel like, too, in a crowded situation like that, and it's a lot of people against one person, I feel like they could have stopped that situation. You know, I felt like that's when the Good Samaritan situation could have been forced because if you're on a train and and I know it's a lot of men that was on that train, they could have, I think, forcibly as a group, they could have made a decision to stop, to hold that person down. Maybe they might have got a couple scratches or slashes, but it would have been way better than this lady losing her life versus that. Because I know it had to be, you're talking about a train, a subway, a train station, Metro Rail. I know it had to be a nice amount of big, strong men on this train where they could have looked at each other and they saw this, and if it would take one person to react and to see, like, do this as a collective, but it is so hard. It is so hard. Again, and it is so hard to make that decision because everybody who's on that train want to get home, and I understand that you want to get home to your loved ones. Yes, and when it was schizophrenic. The killer was schizophrenic. That means the killer had mental health issues. But you just don't know when. Damn. Oh, I can see somebody put something. All my comments are coming up. Somebody put something about some earbuds or something, but even my chat is moving slow. I read it on the screen, but I don't see it. And I can't read it because it's not coming up. Something about some earbuds. Oh, here you go. Oh, okay. The sit down with earbuds in her ears, and I couldn't watch that. Oh, there you go. They just sat there. Oh, that's so sad. Even, I was like, ain't nobody gonna do nothing? Help her, oh. And it's hard. They made a decision that They didn't want to get involved. And we can say it was heartless, and it seemed heartless, but they made a clerical decision that he could turn around and stab me. But I really truly believe that if it was a lot of people on that train, they could have ambushed this man. And especially if all he had was a knife. Now, I know a knife is dangerous. Don't get it wrong. We know. Somebody could have got stabbed or whatever. But if enough of them would have ambushed this man, like they was on a football field and took this man down, I don't know if the woman could have survived, but at least someone would have tried. Had me in tears, hey baby, their video. Oh, I didn't even see the. I don't even. And everything always get caught in the videos of camera. Oh Lord, y'all, and it's so sad that this is the world in 2025. It seems like ain't nothing getting better. It seems like it's nothing getting better. But it take us to make things better. It take us to make things better. It really does. But it's hard. Like I said, people want to get home to their families. So it's hard, but I just feel like in the heat of that moment and a train full of people, he could have been ambushed. He truly could have been. But people are scared, and we can't blame people for their fears. Being afraid and having a fear is real. And that's because of how we're living today. Everything that's going on in the world today, it put that in people. How we living today instilled that within a lot of people when it comes to being a good Samaritan and a helping hand and helping people out. And he was sitting behind her, stood up and stabbed her in the chest multiple times from behind. Oh yeah, they could have had took her out. That is sad, but yet somebody found the time to record it, unless this was footage that was on the train and it came from train footage. And that's another thing too. You could find the time to record it, but you could not find the time. What is that? You couldn't find the time to say, somebody help, call the police. People jumped in, especially if he was behind her. They could have jumped him from the back and grabbed him and pulled him back like this and laid his ass down on the ground. I know there was some men on there that could have done that. I know there was some men on there that could have done that. Look, you just said the same thing. You just said the same thing I said. I didn't even see the camera footages and stuff. And just visualizing the situation, I figured some people could have jumped behind him, pulled his arms back, and pulled him back. We got to make shit make sense, people. The same thing I just said. The same thing I just said. As soon as I said it, you type it. You probably was typing it while I was saying it. What the hell? Lord. Every situation is different. People pick and choose where they want to be a good Samaritan. At times it makes sense. At times it don't. Oh, I mean, he most definitely deserved to go to jail. I don't know what type of I don't know what the charge would be. You know, each thing that you do comes with a different charge. So each charge comes with different jail time and different jail time situations and stuff. So I don't know what you get for doing a situation like that. And then again, like someone said, he was a schizophrenia. Then we got to put all that to part. This woman lost her life. But then we're going to have to play on the fact that he had a mental illness, and that's that old escape. That is the not old, that is the new scapegoat in these days and times. That is the newest scapegoat in these days and time. And quite frankly, I am getting tired of hearing that as an excuse. But every time someone do something, take a life, and this, that, and the other, we got to say it was mental illness. I am so tired of it. But at the end of the day, It's becoming the truth because of the society. At the end of the day, it's becoming true because our living environment, our situations, um, the society, the way the world is working, and it's just like you cannot not talk about it or make it not part of the case. And it's again SAD. And it's sad, and it's that we can't control these mental people. we, the world, we gotta learn to do better. Even though being a good Samaritan is hard, you make those choices. But if you see something at the end of the day, say something. Call 911. Even if you make the choice not to input, to jump in, say call. Don't just pick up your phone and start recording. Call 911. Call 911. I understand fear. Shit, I'm a fucking chicken. I'm scared of everything. I understand that. But it depends on the situation, on when you decide to be that person. Yep, and probably don't take his medication because he probably don't have no support system. That's another thing about a lot of people who is going through mental illness and they don't have a support system. And when you don't have a support system, how can you take the medication that is assigned to you when you have no support system, when you have no one there with you helping you through all this? And again, when a person is mental ill, how do they know when to take their medication? Did they take it a day? See, they have no support system. And if you have no support system, it's hard. And a lot of them just don't get institutionalized. They're on the streets and and see, this when it comes back to the clown. I ain't trying, but this shit comes back to the clown. When he say why he want to put boots on the ground. When he say the reason why if you're homeless we're going to lock you up. All this shit. This when it comes back to a clown because you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. I always say I don't like his methods of anything. I truly believe my opinion that we have a criminal, racist person in office. But at times, some of the shit that he want to do could happen, but if he had a better strategy of doing it. You know, he have a better way of making it work for everybody. Just not strong arm and shit and just making stuff happen. Because sometimes it is a danger to have homeless mental health people on the street. But there's at the end of the day, like I said, resolution. There is a better way to make stuff happen than do it the way you want to do it. That will feel like where people are not being bullying or being forced and stuff like that. Huh?
I understand you on live, but you got your phone?
Oh, no, yeah, I'm not, so I can get a call.
Okay, I thought you was on your phone.
No, I'm not on my phone, I'm on the computer.
They about to call
my food,
yeah.
No, okay. What'd you order?
I ordered the crazy chicken quesadilla and the seasoned fried with truffle sauce, spicy mayonnaise or something like that.
Tell Jazz I'm about to go up this line. I'm about to cook us some breakfast. God be damn, you gonna be eating all that in front of me. I don't eat Mexican food like anyway, but the smell gonna make you even more hungry. But yeah, y'all. So at the end of the day, being a good Samaritan, it is hard in today's time. But just like I don't know what they say where y'all from. Brandon ordered some good food, y'all. Me and Jackson hungry. Y'all gotta get off the slide so I can make us some breakfast. Cause my baby hungry and I'm hungry. And Brandon ordered some type of Mexican stuff. Y'all know those people that be on TikTok and you give them a bag of chips and they load them up with different. That's in our area. That's in the DMV area. And you load them up and all that stuff. So they're now on DoorDash. They have a restaurant in Virginia that's 44 minutes away from here and they deliver. So they very viral on TikTok, Instagram, social media. You get them a bag of chips and they just and they just load the stuff, load this stuff up. I don't know if I'm cooking live yet because it's just breakfast. I took out some hamburger. Jackson went manwich for dinner. So a manwich, is that worth a cooking live video? That's just some ground beef. Open up a can of manwich, throw it together, throw that shit on a bun. And what's special about that? But I am cooking live tomorrow. Ain't nothing special about rounding up some ground beef and throwing some mammoth sauce in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can cook, you gonna cook and talk about it. But yeah, but I'm on some breakfast food. That's dinner. And then they didn't take the hamburger, the ground beef out until this morning. It's frozen solid. I said, y'all should have took the ground beef out yesterday. I told you I was gonna make it on Saturday. So they just took the ground beef out about 9 o'clock this morning. So I don't even know the ground beef even thrown out. That shit hard as a rock. And people talking about it could still be made. If it get made late at night, we ain't got no time on eating. The sister is like, cause you cook. Okay, if it get thrown another time enough, I probably will. Cause it'll be a quick video and stuff, yeah. But it gotta get thrown out. The damn thing hard as a rock. I said y'all should took it out last night. And water. But right now, I'm just gonna make us a sausage and egg sandwich, something real quick for breakfast. Making my sausage and egg sandwich, and y'all know. Somebody say y'all know those steak, but I'm telling y'all, I'll make me sausage and eggs, but I got my poppy soda, and I got them Aldi's blueberry muffins. I don't care. Somebody said, no berries in the fake. I don't know, but honey, I love these things. So I'm about to make me 2 sausages, 2 scrambled eggs, and a muffin. And I'm bring my what's this? Probiotic soda. And this is the cherry lemon lime. Yeah, lemonade. Limeade. The cherry limeade. That's what I'm about to eat me. And Jackson, I guess he gonna put his sausages on the bread. Make sausages. He like fried eggs. He don't like scrambled eggs. I'm gonna make his sausages and make him a fried eggs and toast. And that's it. Me either, Susie. I was telling my sister I was going to make some, and she said, "I'm going over when you do." I like them. I like them, and it's a good. It made me think I'm drinking a soda. So I bought 3 of them in that video. This is the last one. I said I want to go to the website and buy them because they website got more flavors and they less expensive. So in the store, you get them. Everybody sell them single. It'd be like $149 and $199 a soda. But I keep saying I'm gonna go to their website to check out. They got good flavors on the website. I like them. I put them on some ice, and I feel like I'm drinking a good old soda. Now I'm not gonna lie. It does have a teeny aftertaste, but it's not one of those big aftertastes where you be like, oh, it tastes like medicine. I can't do that. It's not a strong, nasty aftertaste. It's because it's not soda. It's never gonna touch a soda. We know they ain't touching a soda. But it does give you that alternative, and they keep coming up with different flavors, and it does have a single small aftertaste, but that aftertaste is really not that strong, because I can't drink no type of Diet Coke or Diet this, Diet Pepsi, because I think their aftertaste is terrible. But it does have a small aftertaste. I like this one, the Poppies, and the one we get with the Oli. It's 2 brands out there. I like them both. I just don't buy them as much because they're too expensive. Every time I get a little extra coin, I'll get me one. Coffee. You have ever had coffee? Have you ever been to Jimmy's? They sell Vienna hot dogs and sausages. And the best homemade fries. That sounds interesting. I love a good beef hot dog. Y'all, we talking about food. I gotta go. Let me go. Gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go prep. Oh, y'all, this is Jackson's tea. Everybody, I ain't trying to get this Milo's tea, baby. This one warm. It ain't in the refrigerator because I already got drinks in the refrigerator. Child, our life won't be complete. The Milo's tea, the Milo's half and half. I had all kinds of shit over here, y'all. That Milo's, man, Milo's be taking me out on, I be like, I gotta get this Milo's out my life, okay? But I be having a half and half, the regular, the lemonade. I don't know who their company is, but they done did. Now the lemonade, I don't buy that much because it's so tart. But it's a good tart when it's on ice. I love it. But I'm about to go. And I love gyro. Gyro. Oh my God, I love that with that the cucumber sauce. What's the name of that sauce? The sauce. Oh my goodness. Y'all making a fat girl think about some food and she ain't ate. I love the gyro with that Greek sauce is addictive. Yeah, you had to stop buying it. You do got to stop. I did stop buying it for a while. I think I stopped buying it for a month. I think I stopped buying it for 1 month. That was it. And somebody said, you ain't got no tea? You ain't got no tea? I'm like, oh, shit. No, I said, I'm trying to stop buying Milo's. But when they're getting all my money, and it's just not. And anybody who drinks that Milo extra sweet, something is seriously wrong with you. Something is seriously wrong with you because ain't no daggone way you need a tea that tastes that sweet. The regular Milo's is mellow. It has a good flavor. It has that good brew tea taste that you're looking for in a good brew tea. And it has just the right amount of sweetness. And but they got that Milo's extra sweet because I know because I bought it one day and spit that shit out. I lie to you not. We separated. And I put it in a Kool-Aid pitcher and added water to it. Because there's no way that anyone could drink Milo's extra sweet. You endangering your life, girl. You endangering your life. That's too much. But yeah. Oh, the half and half is addictive. That Milo tea had the whole family running to the bathroom to pee. I know that's right. Alright, y'all, let me go. We gotta get right enjoyed, y'all. Y'all, I'm gonna keep wiggling and messing with this cord. I hope and pray that we can get on here tonight and play our music. I'm gonna have my son literally this morning, he had to really jiggle and mess with this cord. I told you my screen keep going black on this desktop. And I can't go I can't do it on my phone. My phone just won't let me. But we're gonna mess around with this cord, and I pray y'all keep us in the Twitch God's eyes that we could that we could come back here tonight with no issues. I love you, Soul Squad. I will be uploading this in a Premiere. I don't know how long it'll take to upload to YouTube, but as soon as I get off here, I'm going to start the upload, and as soon as it comes available in the Premiere, I'll see you guys later in the chat. Until our next On the Couch, please don't forget to email me at Soulful Vlogs if you have anything that you want to talk about, any subject that you done heard, you feel like we need to get in on. Remember, I am not a licensed anything. I only talk about life experiences and the things I've been through as a 55-year-old woman who about to turn 56 on August, September 28th. Oh, like a hair in my mouth, on my hair. Alright, I gotta go, because I'll keep talking and keep talking and never go nowhere. Alright, Soul Squad, I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a good one.